So give a few minutes to see if people join. We'll say it's been a while since I've done any challenges and I'm overdue. So I got a couple I'm going to do tonight. Hey, Joe. So we got the challenges that you gave me, or two of them anyway. So we got Sips Creations, the Trailblazer challenge, and we've got Sips Creations Portal Rock challenge. I've been taking too long. I'm gonna go ahead and knock both of these out and see how that goes. So Trailblazer, consume the bag and then 3-minute afterburn. Portal Rock, consume the bag and then 4-minute afterburn. So we will get started. I don't know if, oh, there we go. Got comments now. Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea, Joe. Why don't you do that? I'll go ahead and show my subscriber bypass card. And I don't want to just sit here for too long, so while we wait for Shays, well, I'll go ahead and get started. So again, this is the Trailblazer challenge. This is a 3-minute afterburn. And so you can see what these look like. They look like small ginger snaps. They smell like small ginger snaps. All right, well, here goes. I think they taste closer to a vanilla wafer. They are tasty, Miguel. Okay, that's the bag. All right, and that one is the 3-minute. So what it says: flour, brown sugar, coconut oil, Fatali pepper powder, dragon's breath powder, baking soda, natural and artificial flavoring. It is pretty good. It's very tasty. Yeah, I could munch on those for days, I think, which would just make this bigger. So I don't think I'll do that. But these were good. Hello, Paul. You're up late? Unless you're on this side of the ocean. So for those just joining, just finished the Trailblazer challenge. Minute and a half left on the afterburn. Yeah, I've definitely got a stack of challenges I need to get to. I've got various little single ones. I figured I'd do a couple single ones tonight. And then I've got a few piles of things to do to try to set some world records. So I need to get to at least one of those this weekend. I haven't decided what yet. We'll figure it out. Freezing in Texas. Good evening, Shays. Just finished this one, your Trailblazer challenge, and getting ready to start the Portal Rock challenge. A few more seconds left. All right. Okay, just for grins, we'll go ahead and flash this up again. And then we'll get started here. And so, see that? Looks like chocolate space rocks or something. Oh, I can smell the pow in it. And I can smell the chocolate. Also very tasty, and definitely got more pepper in it than the Trailblazer. So it's Houston on Friday, and then Terre Haute on Sunday. Is that correct? I've got a couple co-workers in Houston See if we can get them to show up. Don't think I could talk them into competing, but we'll see. Well, the U.S. is so big and disparate that saying you like the U.S. is like saying you like Eurasia. When I get to the afterburn, I'll tell you a story about crap in the news. All right, we got the 4-minute afterburn here. So, after war was declared over in Iraq, I worked for a think tank that was a part of rebuilding the government in Iraq. So I was there for a few weeks, not long, just to help get things started. And while I was there, we stayed in the Ishtar Sheraton Hotel. It's right across from Firdos Square, between Firdos Square and the Tigris River. So Firdos Square, if you remember, had the big statue of Saddam Hussein that was toppled, and on the opposite side of the square was the beautiful mosque with all the blue tile. And we would get in caravans back and forth between the hotel and our offices. Came back from work one night. We're in the hotel. We're tired. So we lay down on the bed, turn on the TV, and the BBC is on. BBC News. And I'd always thought that the BBC was like the ultimate of respectable when it comes to news. And so we're watching the BBC News, and they show this, what looked like a huge protest. And all of a sudden we realize it is in Firdos Square, right across from our hotel. So we run out the door, across the hall, and look out the balcony from the hallway down into Firdos Square. And there were maybe a dozen people in front of a cameraman kneeling down on the sidewalk. As soon as the cameraman stood up and turned the camera off, all the protesters disappeared. It was just like if you went to a football game, whether American football or soccer game, doesn't matter. You know how you get a camera in front of people and they go nuts. They do what it takes to be on the camera because everybody's enamored with being on television. And so really all that happened, it was not a true protest. It was just people wanting to be on TV. So the camera turns on and the people perform for the camera to be on TV. Camera turns off and they all went about their business. And when that happened, I realized the news is not really the news that it should be. And so I've always viewed the news since with a great deal of skepticism. Anyway, so what do we got? We got about a little over halfway through. And yes, that one also was very tasty. It was definitely spicier than the first one. I would rate both of them kind of on the lower end, more kind of entry to mid-level type challenges. But definitely worth trying. Very tasty. Houston's hot this time. Last time I was in Houston, was visiting a customer. We flew in just for the day to go visit a customer in the Woodlands, and then back to the airport and back home again. And it, believe it or not, we're getting out of the truck in the parking deck to go in to see this customer, and it was snowing. Not many flakes, but they were honest to God, genuine snowflakes in the Woodlands outside Houston. Oh, that's miserable, Paul. You have to see Stephen Kurgan. That guy might take you to a restaurant and make all the spicy food go on his plate and disappear from everyone else's. Because that's what happened to me. Food was tasty, but I think Chris and I ended up with no heat whatsoever, and Stephen got all the heat on the table. All right, well, that was good. Thank you for joining me. Good luck to those competing this weekend. I really wish I could be in Terre Haute for the world record attempt. That's going to be fun. So, Stephen, good luck. Paul, have fun. And thank you to Shays for making such tasty treats. And thank you to Joe Grumbless for sharing. I appreciate it. I like that a lot, and I hope to do more. All right. Thanks again, and see you next time.